What is going on in Iran? Mahsa Jina Amini, a 22-year-old Kurdish woman who was brutally beaten and killed by Iran's so-called morality police. Protests led by women have spread all across the country, which authorities have responded with violence and deadly force. People of all ages in Iran are chanting, Zan, Zindagi, Azadi, woman, life, freedom. This government has maintained its power for the past 43 years by oppressing and abusing human rights. The people of Iran are telling the world that they do not want this. We must listen to their cries for freedom before this evil dictatorship burns them all to the ground and buries anyone who is brave enough to ask for their basic human rights. A government where women are separated from men in the workforce and the classroom, are banned from attending sporting arenas, riding bicycles, singing solo in public, and have to sit at the back of the bus. Women cannot hold any position of power in Iran. They cannot be presidents, they cannot be judges, they cannot have any influence in any decision-making roles. This is a revolution. It is happening everywhere in Iran, at every level, every class, every ethnicity. 9-year-old girls are taking off their hijabs and chanting for woman, life, freedom as they walk down the streets of Iran. But the government has only answered with brutal force. Tens and thousands of protesters have been arrested, over 500 killed, and including at least 58 children. Reform is not an option when the entire government is controlled and ran by a bunch of old men with beards and turbans. The people of Iran want regime change. Down with dictatorship, down with mullahs, death to Khamenei. The people of Iran want control and democratic choices over their own country. What can we do? Raising awareness and amplifying their voices is crucial to the survival of my people. The government of Iran has been cutting internet access and blocking social media sites in order to control the narrative. We should let the world see what is really going on in Iran. Videos that do surface, thanks to workarounds like VPNs, should be shared as much as possible so the world can see how cruel this dictator truly is. Showing solidarity online and in the street has had a big impact. We can see hundreds of thousands of people all around the world coming to the streets and being the voice of people of Iran. These types of actions signal the international media and governments to see that both Iranians and non-Iranians are concerned with what's happening, which can lead to more media scrutiny and can pressure the world leaders to act with targeted sanctions against the Islamic regime and their diplomats. While the world is watching, this corrupt government cannot continue to murder innocent people. A very powerful message to Iran's leaders that their crimes will not be forgotten. The world is watching. This is the first female-led revolution. This is more than what's happening in Iran. Human rights is universal. The international communities need to act collectively. And once we succeed, we will be a beacon of hope for women all over the world. And a warning to authoritarian regimes and their patriarchal societies to think twice about women's rights in their countries. If we fight for women's rights in Iran, we are fighting for women's rights all over the world. Zan, Zindagi, Azadi, woman, life, freedom.